Hey, what's up everybody? In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at how to play one of the most iconic characters in Tekken history, Paul Pheonix. I've been wanting to do this video for a while because I think Paul is an incredibly well-rounded character, perfect for both beginners and veteran players alike. However, there's only one big problem. I don't play Paul Pheonix. So I called up my good friend Romanjelly to help us learn how to play this character. Not only is Romanjelly a strong player in the American Tekken scene, but you might also have seen him with his amazing memes on Twitter and from his live streams, which are a lot of fun to watch. So I'm going to give the floor to Romanjelly and he's going to let you know all about Paul and why you might want to play this character in Tekken 8.
What's good, everybody? Romanjelly here. Chris invited me to talk about a little bit about myself and Paul in general, but yeah, really excited to be here, guys. Thank you again, Chris, for giving me the opportunity to talk to you guys about my favorite character in the game. If you guys don't know who I am, again, my name is Romanjelly. I stream regularly on Twitch. You can find me a lot on Twitter. I think the kind of players that would enjoy playing Paul are, again, one, like me, somebody who enjoys a ton of damage. But also the kind of players who would enjoy Paul are players who are really defensive. Because I think lower ranked players like to think that Paul is an offensive monster. And that's true if you've kind of conditioned your opponents to stop doing anything, to stop moving. And his tools does allow him to do that, and I'll go in depth more. But his damage off of a counter hit, which is a lot of his defensive options, is crazy. Of course, this is one of the best one. A new move now as well, which allows you to approach down 4-4, incredibly good. Only -2 on block, but on counter hit, you can get kind of fun with it. But yeah, anybody who's also defensive, who's just kind of like to sit back a little bit, we have your down 4-2, we have your down 1, we have your QCF3, we have your QCB2, and we have your down 4-4. So these are, I think, in my opinions, are five very strong Paul moves, and they're pretty simple. Of course, you have your Death Fist, and of course you have your Demo Man. But you could definitely you could win a match just using those 5 moves. Very simple. Number 1, the godlike down 4-2. Still evasive, still safe on block. This move is the bread and butter of all Paul players. And I mean, catches you sidestepping left, and again, completely safe, -8. But if you want to do like an easy bread and butter combo, back 3, down 4-4, and then while running 2. There you go. I mean, not a lot of damage, but pretty decent. Actually, here we go. 64. There we go. Pretty easy. You can do things like down 4-2, QCF1, 2 jab, 3-2, back square 1+2 into like your Demo Man. That's your normal wave combo that you can, with enough practice, you can hit. The QCF1 timing is tight, just a little tight. So we got down 4-2, and then this next one is down 1. Down 1. This is, when I was at a lower rank, down 1 is a move I rarely use. I wanted to use all the big moves, right? But down 1 at a higher rank is extremely good. You can hold down 1 to being crouched, so if they try to challenge, you can go under that completely. Under a high, of course. +2 on hit, so kind of still ambiguous afterwards, which is like all good thing sometimes with Paul, because you kind of don't want to have that like, oh, I have plus frames now, I have to do Demo Man, or I have to do my 50-50. No, sometimes Paul can just sit there and stay there. And also it's safe. Like, it'll catch people stepping. Down 1 has a chunky hitbox. It'll catch people stepping, but you know, this is it. Sidestepping right. This is one of, I was going to talk about this weakness, but Paul very susceptible to sidestepping right, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Of course, you can always dash to realign with the character, but down 1 most of the time will catch people stepping. The main low that you want to use with Paul is this, QCF3. So we have down 4-2, down 1, QCF3. QCF3 has basically the same frame on hit as the Cormorant stepped low. However, counter hit gives you a nice little mini combo for 49 damage. But if you do Blue Spark, you do 51. In certain characters, this will launch. They took out the capability for you to be able, in Tekken 7, you can launch off of this. But yeah, this is really good. It's also evasive, pretty decently evasive if you do it fast enough. Also, the range is deceptive. It'll hit from like around this range. It will hit. So, very, very good move. This will condition your opponents to start ducking, and once you start ducking, which leads into my next move, QCB2. Safe mid is a heat engager in this game. Like I said, safe. It doesn't give you anything on counter hit. Sometimes, if they stop back rolling though, so let me see here. If we just not set, and sometimes people will do this. Sometimes people will do this. They'll just stop back rolling. You can run up and you can follow up with the down back. People will forget to do that. And again, of course, in this game, it is a heat engager. And if you hit dash forward, you can do a full combo, which is absolutely incredible. I just never thought QCB2 would be giving me a full combo. Which is pretty crazy. You can get to the wall and do a full combo. 61 damage off of a safe mid. But the new move I think that is my favorite, down 4-4. This move is amazing. You can use this move to approach, and Paul's weaknesses is that when he approach in neutral, it's a little scary for Paul. Way back in the day, you kind of have to just be confident with your defense, and hopefully somebody will swing and they'll get hit by a counter hit or an errant down 4-2, right? But nowadays in Tekken 8, they gave me this tool to approach. This move is ridiculous. The range is sick. It's +8 on hit, so you can do a lot of fun stuff afterwards. And this is the best part, I think, for me. Down 4-4 is -2 on block, and in this game, because sidestepping and sidewalking is very strong, you can basically -2 is basically neutral on block. It's basically 0 on block. It's very good. You can continue your pressure. You can disrespect. A lot of people do this. This is one of my favorite flow chart. Is that they'll block this and they'll try to challenge with a jab, and they will get sent upwards because I have done a sidestep down 4-2. So I've set, all right guys, so I've set this bot to block my down 4-4, and then it will challenge with a save 1-1. And Kazuya's, a lot of Kazuyas do this, right? They kind of control the neutral with a strong jab game. So Kazuya's will try to jab challenge you or jab check you, but look what happens after he blocks down 4-4. I sidestep right, and I launch him for a safe jab check. This is a really good flow chart, especially for people who are not familiar with Paul's movement, or just the movement in general in Tekken 8 is very, again, like I said, very good. Much better than Tekken 7. Paul has a hard time controlling the neutral. He's not a rush down character. I wholeheartedly believe this. I played him because I love the big damage, but he's not a rush down character. He can become one when you condition your opponents to stop moving, right? But once you've conditioned your opponent to stop moving with QCF3, QCB2 on hit, down 1 because they can't step. I mean, down 4-4, this will also catch you stepping. And of course, down 4-2 will just randomly hit from range 3. They'll stop moving. And that's when you can run your game plan, right? You can run up QCB2, you can run up Demo Man, Could even do run-up throws at this game and this game. And Paul also haven't even talked about his crazy strength on throw game. You have your Congo Blast, down 4 at 1+3, 2+4 back, and then up 4 at 1+2. He's not a rushdown character. You gotta wait for your opponents to stop moving, to stop doing stuff. Of course, we talked about this as well from coming in, but he has a little trouble getting in. Like Dragunov, Azucena, Devil Jin, like a lot of these characters now that are like considered top tiers in Tekken 8, they kind of go in for free. And then they are into their stance, right? Even on block, they go in for free. Paul doesn't really have that. His only really panic move from standing is like your generic duck jabs or duck kicks here, down back 4, and you got generic down back 1 to kind of like for panic to kind of stop your opponents from doing something. You have, of course, your magic 4, but it's not really as good as Tekken 7 because it doesn't launch anymore. So his weakness is that his neutral game coming in is a little weak. Also, he's very susceptible to sidestep rights, as we saw before. A lot of Pauls will do this to start. This is safe. Down for a 1-1 is a mid-high, so you can duck the second hit. But make sure you launch the high quickly because the mid will come, and you can do a full death fist. But a lot of people will do down 4-1, just very safe, and then into QCB 2, back sway 2, I guess. And this is very easy to sidestep. You just, once you've blocked it, you can just literally sidestep right, and it will be avoided. Let's see. There you go. This is easily steppable. So very susceptible to sidestep right. Down 4-2 will catch sometimes, but if you hold back, and there you go. If you hold back, of course, you'll be much more safe. Demo Man is very easily, like, if you just backdash one time, there you go. I had to dash forward and I still missed. You can block that. Even if that shallow hit, guys, you can block this. You can block the second hit, and then of course everything else is blockable. And of course, if you block it clean, it is a full -31. You can a couple of, I don't know, burgers from McDonald's and come back, and you'll have just enough time to launch punish a -31 staggered low move. Death Fist, of course, again, this is again his weakness, -17 as well. But good Pauls don't really use these, right? So Pauls, if you're in a big stage like this, single backdash will destroy a lot of his game plan. But Paul, you backdash once, and his game plan kind of falters a little bit. People have kind of figured out Paul. They know to keep him at bay. They know to keep him out. So to get him to high ranks though, I just kind of went back to basics, right? Hit him enough until they stop doing something. Then you go in with your game plan. Very simple. And I block punish a lot. Knowing your block punish in this game is very important. Again, as the higher you go, you need to know your optimal punishments. You don't want to really miss out on getting damage with Paul. I really love this punishment training option. Even I still use it sometimes because I will still forget. So don't forget your basics, guys. Okay? Do not forget your basics. I think the punishment training, this tool is very useful, especially if you're new to the game, because it's overwhelming. There's a lot. But yeah, just basically recognizing which moves will beat me during a match, an online match, and then I will go back to replay and take over my character and devise a way to beat that move. Some key things I did to get to higher ranks. Playing patiently is huge in this game. Especially there's a lot of BS in this game. There's a lot of BS, and you will not you won't be able to get everything feeling upset that you're getting cheesed out is normal. I still feel that way as well. But just know that you're gonna learn that. You're gonna learn all that knowledge of all those cheese that you fell for. No longer you will fall for it in the future. If you have a good flowchart that everyone falls for, that's a good flowchart. You can keep using that. But in the low ranks, you got people like doing very simple flowchart, and then when it doesn't work, they don't know what to do. So flowcharts that are like that doesn't work, I see a lot of players in their lower ranks experiencing that. Second thing, timing. A lot of players play on it's almost like they're playing on a beat, and the beat is very predictable. I see that you're backdashing twice, moves forward, backdashing twice, move forward, and then like do it again, and they'll move forward and they'll do a move. And they like, I don't know how, but they just do that. It's almost rhythmically. And I just wait there, and then boom, I'll do a counter hit, or boom, I'll do a down forward 2. It's just safe. So their timing is the same. They don't change their timing, and changing your timing can be very difficult. But I would always consider, like when I'm approaching somebody, really training my brain to just say, I'm gonna stay here, I'm gonna stop. I'm just gonna backdash and trying to make them whiff. Changing my timing is one of those things where you have to teach yourself to just stop doing the same things over and over again, because that is the definition of insanity. You move forward, stop. Maybe you move forward and jab now, or maybe you move forward and you sidestep. Maybe you move forward and now you can do a low. Changing up your timing is extremely key, especially in the higher ranks. When the higher ranks, everybody knows the moves. Everybody knows how many minus frames is there in this move, in down 1, and QCF 3, and Death Fist. Demo Man, they will punish you for everything. Timing, need to learn how to change that timing. So as you get up higher, people know the moves. It's all about timing. When do they place this counter hit? When do they place this down forward 2? When do they sidestep and just punish just a little bit with a low? Or when do they punish? Or when do they when will the opponent do a move and you're gonna do a move, right? So it's all about timing. And the third thing is just patience, right? A lot of people in their lower ranks, they're not patient. They'll just rush in, they'll do a move, and I'll just hop kick you, or I'll just down forward to you, or I'll just sidestep you. Even though this is a very offensive game, the defensive mechanism in this game is still very strong, because it's Tekken. You can sidestep, you can do this is actually really strong. Joey Fury taught me, like, look, this is actually a really good move. Down back 4 just to get them off me. -4 on hit. That is still useful. You can backdash, or if you're crazy, you can sidestep after that, or just anything to get them off you. Very good. People are not patient in the lower rank. They will dash up, and what do you do when you dash up? You get launched. You get punished. They'll do a move that's super punishable, and then you just punish that. There's a saying, like, a lot of the lower ranks kind of like would beat themselves up because they literally will just do moves, and all I do is just punish, and I get my wins that way. So if you can change your flowchart to be good, you'll rank up. If you can change up your timing, maybe just half a step or half a beat, you do this or do that, you'll rank up again. And if you're staying patient with your game plan, with your defense especially, because there's a lot of BS in this game, you will rank up. That's basically Paul in a nutshell, guys. So he's a hard character, but that's why, like I said, he's fun to play with. And yeah, because you're, at the end of the day, you're just playing the opponent. You're playing the player. And I like that. That's the best part of Tekken, I think, for me.